Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of 1980 New York Met Baseball. We're just waiting for some people to come in. If they do early on, so I can get my screen up and get started. Again, this is the 1980 New York Met National League replay. Mets right now stand, without looking at the standings, 2.5 in back of the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies play at home tonight against the Cincinnati Reds. We'll have that game tonight as part of the out-of-town scoreboard that we'll give everybody. And with this new setup I have, and please let me know what you think, we're going to go ahead and get the out-of-town scoreboard kind of set up differently. So let's go and get the out-of-town scoreboard set up. Give me 1 second here. Let's put the out-of-town on there right there so he shows it. And there you go, 3 out-of-town scoreboard. Looks like the Phillies already lead the Reds 2-0. Let's bounce back to my screen here. And here we go. So far as we look at it, it is the Phillies leading the Reds 2-0, the Giants leading the Cubs 1-0, the Braves leading the Expos 2-0, and no score between the Cardinals and the Dodgers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 1980 New York Met replay, and it's going to be Roy Lee Jackson against Joe Niekro. We'll be rolling our own dice and entering it in the system and playing as both teams. So let's get this started. Let's get the music, and we'll be right back with first pitch right after this. Hello everybody, this is Utah Mike, and I welcome you again to another edition of New York Met Baseball, 1980 edition. We've entered August 1st, 1980, 2 months to go in the season, and the Mets are now 2.5 in back of the 2.5 back of the Phillies after losing that heart-wrencher back the other day when we played. So again, hopefully we'll have some people inside the ballpark ready to play. And here we go. We're gonna get this started. Get my camera off here so we can at least have that, show that over there so I can see what's going on. Make sure we don't buffer. And here's the lineups. Again, we'll be rolling the dice roller inside the middle there, so you'll see all the dice rolling. I'll be entering all the game information, and then I'll be reading off the actual charts. This actually literally is carton dice using the PC interface as the model. So here is the Mets defensively. Steve Henderson in left, Mazzilli in center, Washington in right, Maddox at third, Tavares at short, Flynn at second, Jorgensen at first. Behind the plate is Alex Trevino, and on the mound is Roy Lee Jackson. Roy Lee Jackson on the year is 1-1, 4.19 ERA, 26 hits, 19 innings, 7 walks, and 11 strikeouts. He's given up 1 home run. For the Astros lineup, same as game 1, Poole in center, Cabell in third, Morgan at second, Cruz in left, Heap at first, Leonard gets the start in right, Ashby behind the plate, Craig Reynolds at shortstop, and on the mound in pitching is Joe Niekro. The Mets are ready. Roy Lee Jackson has finished his warm-ups, and let's get this started. So let's get it started. Again, I'll have to run both teams when I run on the manual side in this game, which is fine. That way I don't know hokey-finokey mistakes are made, and that way we'll see we have a better dice rolling too. So here's the first pitch from Poole, and we're underway. 3-5 is a single right field right away for Poole. So Poole is on with a base hit. Got the cards in front of me too, so I can take a look at the stats, and so I can have the cards in front of me so I can do steal attempts. So -2, -2, -3, +5 which means that's a +2 to Poole's first number. It's a 19 or 15 if you can get the lead on a 3 and a 6. We're going to try to get the lead. He does not get the lead. He's still a 1 to 15. He's going to try for second, and he's in there. Stolen base, Terry Poole. So Terry Poole steals second, and the Astros got something going right away. So the Mets need to put this to a stop real quick here. So now here is Enos Cabell. Cabell hitting .258, 2 homers, 42 runs batted in. Cabell, right-handed hitter. Roy Lee Jackson working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6. That's going to be a 6-5. That's a ground ball to shortstop. That's an easy play for Tavares. He keeps it in front of him, keeps Poole at second, and throws him out for out number 1. So a ground out that's a ground out. Will stay on its base, and it's a 6 and 1 away. So 1 out here in the first. Here is Joe Morgan. Morgan on the day, .255, 5 homers, 25 RBIs. Runner on second and 1 out. Roy Lee Jackson working from the stretch. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be another 6-5. That is going to be on the left side. Ground ball to second. Doug Flynn in the hole makes the play, but Terry Poole will go 90 feet further and go to third. So a ground ball to second baseman Flynn. Runner will go to third and throws him out. So with 2 outs, Poole on at third. And now here's Jose Cruz. Cruz is neither hit or there for being a clutch. He loses one early on a 1-2, but that's it. So Roy Lee Jackson looking to get out of the first inning without damage. Runner on third, 2 outs. Trevino sets the target. Roy Lee Jackson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And ground ball to third. Easy play for Maddox. Throws him out, and it ends the inning. So Terry Poole will be held at third. He stays at his base, and the Astros are done in the first. 1/2 inning of play, no score. So now for the Mets, Frank Tavares will lead off against Joe Niekro. He's 9-7, 3.74 ERA, 144 hits and 152 innings. So Tavares leads off. Tavares hitting .311, no homers, 38 RBIs, swiped 42 bases. If he gets a chance to steal, he's going to run. It'll be an even to go on his first number if he does. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2. That's going to be a 2-10 righty ground ball softly to third. Cabell's got to hurry. Throws him out for the first out. So there is your first out of the ball game. Oops, I made that mistake. So ground out 5-3, first out. And 5-2-3. First out. I guess I should do that. I did. So Tavares is out. And here's Elliot Maddox. Maddox hitting .243. 2 homers, 35 runs batted in. Maddox steps up, right-handed batter. Niekro with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-6 on Niekro. That's a ground ball to short. That's Reynolds. And throws him out. And the Mets are down to quickly with 2 outs. So there it is. 2 quick ground outs. Luckily, Roy Lee Jackson kept the damage from nothing in the first inning after that auspicious start. So 2 outs, and here is Lee Mazzilli. Mazzilli now hitting .317 on the year, 17 homers, 55 runs batted in. Will switch left-handed against Niekro, throwing right-handed. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's a 6-7. That's a ground ball to second. That's Morgan. He's a 3-10. Rolling the dice. A 5 on a 3. I believe a 5 on a 3 gets him. That's a G3. That is an 8. That is an 8 on a 10, and 10 is awfully good. There's no error. Throws him out, and that's it for Mazzilli. Mets go 3 up, 3 down at the end of 1. No score. Again, we welcome you into the broadcast. If you do decide to show up here, it is no score, top of the second. It'll be Danny Heap, followed by Jeff Leonard, and Alan and Andy and Alan Ashby. Whew. Can't get that right. So here's Heap, top of the second. Roy Lee Jackson on the mound, his second inning of work. Trevino sets the target. Roy Lee Jackson with the windup. Here's the pitch. That'll be a 6-7 left-handed. It is a walk. Ooh, a walk to Danny Heap. He's the one who got started in that 9th inning of doom for the Mets in the last game. So Heap's on at first. And he'll now take a slow lead. He's not going anywhere. And now here's Jeffrey Leonard. Leonard on the year. He's getting a little more playing time. Hitting 191, a home run, 11 RBIs. Trevino sets the target. Jackson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be all sixes. 6-12. Ground ball to first. That's Jorgensen. He's a 1E8. This should be a double play if played right. 13 is a 1. That should be a double play. It is. And then it's going to be an E8. That's a 13 on an E8. And gets 2 quick outs. So two quick out. He's out. Heap is out. And then we throw the 3 in there for playing purposes. So 2 outs here in the second. So Leonard retired, and here's Ashby, Alan Ashby. He is hitting on the year, 274, only a home run and 27 RBIs. Ashby batting a left-handed switch hitter. Trevino sets the target. Jackson with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-3 to a lefty, and that is going to be a ballpark single. That's going to be a 1-6. It's a 17. It's a line drive right at Doug Flynn. So Ashby unable to get anything done there. That's a line out. Ends the inning. Astros go 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. For the Mets, Claudel Washington will be followed by Steve Henderson and Mike Jorgensen. Washington is hitting 222, 3 homers, 17 RBIs. If anything says about statistics, he's going to start getting on a hot streak, and he's really going to have to for this Met team. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's a 3-6 and struck him out. Oh, Washington went after that knuckleball, and Niekro kind of fooled them on that. 1 away. So Niekro has that knuckleball going. Here at Shea Stadium tonight, singles are 1-6. While lefty home runs are 1-17, righty home runs are 1-14 on an average night here at Shea in Flushing. Here's Steve Henderson. He comes up next, hitting 289, only 2 home runs, 31 RBIs. Again, that's going to have to come up for the Mets to contend. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-7 righty. That is a ground ball. That is a ground ball to second. That's Morgan. He's a 3E10. A 19's not a problem, and a 14 on a 10 should not be a problem. It's not. It's an out for Morgan. So Morgan throws out Henderson for out number 2, 4-3. So ground ball 4-3. That's the second out in the ball game. And now here is Mike Jorgensen. Jorgie hitting 265, 7 home runs, 45 RBIs. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-9 to a lefty. Base hit center field. So Mike Jorgensen continues his hot hitting by knocking one in the center, right where the pitcher threw it out. So perfectly hit up the middle. He's on at first. He is not being held, but he will not be running anywhere. So here's the catcher, Alex Trevino. Trevino, one of the hotter Mets, hitting 304, no homers, 17 RBIs. Ashby sets the target. Niekro from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a 1. That is a 1-8 as a ground ball down third. Easy play for Cabell. Goes over to Morgan and gets the play. So fielder's choice 5-4 ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. At the end of 2, it is no score. So again, a 5-4 on the fielder's choice. And now we go to the top of the third inning. It'll be Reynolds followed by Niekro and Poole here in the third. Mets trying to stay close. So far, the Phillies all over the Reds, 5-0. Steve Carlton on the mound, so the Mets really need to win. Giants over the Cubs, 1-0. While the Expos lead the Braves 3-2, and the Dodgers lead the Cardinals 1-0. So the Phillies really need a win, as the Reds are falling down very quick with Steve Carlton on the mound down south of the Turnpike here in Philadelphia. But here in Queens, there's no score in the third. Here's Reynolds. He comes up, hitting 226, 4 homers, 34 RBIs. Trevino sets the target. Jackson with the windup. Here's the pitch. 4-4-7 on the lefty is a single. Ooh, that's just that Roy Lee Jackson card. Reynolds on base with a quick hit. And now let's see what he will do. So Reynolds is not starring, but he gets the first number 13. He may try it. So let's see. What does he get the lead? He gets to leave a simple 5. Does he get it on a 5? No, roll the 6. So Terry, now it's Joe Niekro. Ooh, pretty good hitting pitcher in that season. So let's see what Niekro does. He's a 275 hitter, no home runs, 10 RBIs. But I think you laid down the sacrifice here. So they're going to lay down the sack. He's a C. Let's see. And that's a 10. He may have popped it up. And it looks like it could be by the third baseman. So let's see what it was. 5 is 5. It was a 5 to shortstop. Let's see. 5 is the first baseman. So it's picked up by the first baseman. It's a pop-up. It's a popped-up bunt. So popped up by the first baseman. So Niekro, a better hitting pitcher than that, ends up popping up the bunt. Oh my. So that's a big play in this ball game. Popped up to first. 1 away for Terry Poole. So now runner on first and 1 out of wasted out. Poole, the batter, he singled in his first time up. The Astros have 2 hits in the ball game. The Mets have 1. Trevino sets the target. Roy Lee Jackson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's going to be a single 1 to 11. That's a 7. That's a base hit for Terry Poole. Craig Reynolds will go first to second, and there's 2 on. So big first and second right now. Reynolds at second and Poole at first. 2 on and 1 out, and it brings up Enos Cabell. So Cabell, the batter, 2 on, 1 out. Cabell grounded out his first time up. Trevino sets the target. Jackson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 4-10. 4-10 is a ballpark single. 1 to 6. It's an 18 line drive at Tavares, 2 outs. Oh boy, that's a big one. That's an L6. So a line drive to the shortstop, 2 away. And now here is Joe Morgan. 2 on, 2 outs for Joe. Little Joe, let's see if he can get a clutch hit here. He is not clutch. He loses a hit on the 3-8. Trevino sets the target. Jackson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And a 1-5 to Joe. It's a single 1 to 7. No, it's a line drive at Jorgensen. Ends the inning. Sorry, did not mean to roll the dice again. Haha. So L3, and that does it. So the Mets retire the Astros. No runs. 1 hit, 1 walk with 2 left. At the end of 2.5, no score. So again, Roy Lee Jackson doing well. He can pitch into 5 innings without problems. Now here is Doug Flynn, who'll be followed by Jackson and Tavares. So now Flynn comes up. Flynn on the year hitting .229. No homers, 23 ribbies. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-6 for Flynn. That's a ground ball to first. Heaps got it. Kicks it to the bag himself. And that's out number 1. So ground ball to the first baseman, 1 away. And now here is Roy Lee Jackson. Ooh, he has all those solid triples on his card. That's kind of amazing. In 16 at-bats, he had 1 triple, and he has 3 solid triples on his card. Whoa, okay, let's see. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup. Let's see if Roy Lee Jackson can find one. No, he grounds that back to the mound. That's Niekro. He takes it and fires the first. Got him for this first out. So big play there by Niekro. He got it and threw a perfect strike to Heap for out number 2. Here's Frank Tavares. 2 outs in the 3rd. Tavares, a right-handed hitter. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5-5. Struck him out looking. So it ends the inning. At the end of 3, no score. Again, the Mets and Astros in a very tough series. We go to the 4th of no score. It's going to be Cruz, followed by Heap and Leonard against Roy Lee Jackson. So top of the 4th coming up. Cruz grounded out his first time up. Trevino sets the target. Roy Lee Jackson fires. And that's going to be a 4-5. There's a strikeout for Roy Lee Jackson. Good job, Roy Lee Jackson. He's starting to come in his own right now. And they really need him to. They lost Craig Swan for most of the year. And now here's Danny Heap. He's the batter. He walked his first time up. Trevino sets the target, puts down the sign. Roy Lee Jackson fires. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-4 for Heap. That's a ballpark single to lefty, 1-6. That's a 13. Line drive at Doug Flynn for out number 2. So line drive for Heap. That's 2 away. And now here's Jeffrey Leonard. Leonard grounded out into double plays last time up. Trevino sets the target, puts down the sign. Roy Lee Jackson looks in. Here's the pitch and fires. 6-7 for Roy Lee Jackson. Struck him out. Got him looking, and Roy Lee Jackson 3 up, 3 down in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is no score. So the Mets trying to get one back from the Astros. They've lost their first 4 to them, and right now they're 2.5 games in back of the Phillies, and the Reds have come back a little bit. It's 5-2 Phils. Giants lead the Cubs 2-0. Braves and Expos 3-3, and the Cardinals lead the Dodgers 2-1. So now here's Elliot Maddox. He's 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup and the pitch. 6-5 righty ground ball shortstop. That's Reynolds. He's a 326. Let's see. He's a 14 on an 8. Should be an out. An 8 on a 26 is not an error and throws him out for the first out. So 6-3 on that one. So ground ball 6-3. Let's see, 1 away, throw him out. And now it brings up with 1 away, Lee Mazzilli. Mazzilli grounded out his first time up, batting lefty against Niekro. Niekro sets the sign. He gets it. Here's the pitch from Niekro. Probably knuckleball coming. 4-8 to a lefty. Base hit right field. So Mazzilli is on. With the bad move of Niekro, Mazzilli might be able to get some extra bases. So Mazzilli's on at first. Base hit number 2 for the Metropolitans. 1 out here in the 4th. So Mazzilli, a 3-6, gets the first number 18. Plus 3 will be an even. So 18-14. First number is 3-6 with a red dice. And that is a 6. He gets the lead. It's an 18. There he goes. Not in time. Stolen base Mazzilli. So Mazzilli steals second. And that's a big steal. So now let's see if Mazzilli can see what he can do. So now it will be Claudell Washington's bat comes up. So he is hitting 221. He struck out his first time up. Ashby sets the target. Niekro from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 3-5. Struck him out. Claudell Washington struck out for the second time. Oh, Nelly. 2 outs here. So Washington's out. It will now bring up Steve Henderson, an anti-clutch performer. You never known one. 3-7, 3-8, and 3-10 are now all outs. So now Henderson's got to find something else. Henderson steps in. Runner on second. 2 outs. Niekro looks in. Ashby flashes the sign from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 4-6 base hit. 2 stars. Steve Henderson drives in Mazzilli, and the Mets lead 1-0. So a base hit for Henderson. He gets the job done, and the Mets lead by 1. So Henderson now in first. Henderson's got some good numbers. It'd be a 15 first number if he gets the lead 3-8. Let's see if he gets the lead 3-8. It's a 4. He does. It's a 15 again. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Stolen base for Steve Henderson. So Steve Henderson, the Mets getting frisky here. They're stealing off Niekro's inability to hold runners on. So now Henderson's on at second with 2 outs. And it brings up Mike Jorgensen. And Jorgensen tries to get the big run here. Runner on second, 2 outs. Mets up by a run. They want more. Ashby sets the target. Niekro from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-9. Struck him out. And Joe Niekro gets the rest of the side on K's. But the Mets settle for a run on 2 hits with 1 left at the end of 4. It is 1-0 Mets. Again, looking at the out-of-town scoreboard, it is 5-3 favor the Phillies of the Reds. Reds trying to make a comeback against Carlton. Giants lead the Cubs 2-0. The Braves lead the Expos 5-3, and the Cardinals lead the Dodgers 2-1. Top of the fifth here in Shea, 1-0. Astros with 3 hits. Ashby, Reynolds, and probably not a pinch hitter. It's only the 5th inning. So here we go. Roy Lee Jackson in his point of weakness. Trevino sets the target. Jackson with the windup. Here's the pitch. That is going to be a 6-8 lefty. That's a rope for a base hit. Man, Ashby hit it hard, and that's going to go wild. So a big hit for Ashby. 1 hit on the possible 2 walks or on any combination of 3 walks or hits. So again, the Met bullpen's going to have to start long toss here. Here's Reynolds. He'll be followed by Niekro. Reynolds is 1 for 1 in the ball game. Trevino sets the target. Jackson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-5. Lefty struck him out. Big strikeout for Roy Lee Jackson. Now in the 5th inning, they are going to send Niekro up there. He's a pretty good hitting pitcher. I don't see them giving up a sacrifice here. So Niekro will bat. Runner on first. 1 out. Niekro, a right-handed hitting batter. Trevino sets the target. Jackson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 5-5. It is a strikeout for Roy Lee Jackson. That's 2. What an outing for Roy Lee Jackson. Mets been getting other 5 point of weakness pitchers. They got a great performance by Pasilla in game 1. Roy Lee Jackson's been giving all he's had in this one, and now here's Terry Poole, the most dangerous one. The Canadian-born British Columbian who could have won MVP in the 1980 NLCS in real life. 2 hits in the ball game against Roy Lee. Trevino sets the target. Jackson working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a 1-6 to Poole, and walked him. That's 2. So 1 more hit or walk will tire him right now. 2 on, 2 out for the Astros for Enos Cabell. He's non-clutch. He loses hits in 1-5, 1-9, 3-5. So now let's see what Cabell does. Trevino sets the target. Roy Lee Jackson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Cabell. 2-7 single. 2 stars, and this game is tied. And Enos Cabell finds a base hit. Poole will go first to third, and the Astros tie this game up. Ashby scores all the way from second, and Poole will go to third and will tire Roy Lee Jackson. So now I'll have to move him over, I guess. He should have went first to third on it. So let's do that. Hang on, let's redo that one here. Undo the play. Doink. Let's undo that one. So it's a single, 2 stars. Poole should go to third. So single, 2 stars. Runner scores, and Poole will go to third. Oops, don't want him scoring. First to third. All right, and yep, there's a tired signal again. So first and third, Morgan the batter, and he dots. Now will be a single, 2 stars. The Mets will send up next inning Trevino, Flynn, and Jackson, so might as well let him finish if he can. First and third, 2 outs, game tied at 1. Trevino sets the target. Roy Lee Jackson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 5-9 is a ground ball to shortstop. That's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Tavares. He is a 331. Here's the roll. Oh, it's a 6. A 6 should get him. 6 is a G3 on an E31 is going to be an 8 on the 31. There's no error and makes the play. Gets the fielder's choice. Whew. So fielder's choice be 6-4, and oh no, Poole cannot score. I was hoping he wouldn't. And that ends the inning. So the Astros get 1 back on 3 hits. We go to the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. That's 1-1. So now it's going to be Trevino, Flynn, and we'll see what happens here with the Mets. Last of the 5th, 1-1 score. Mets with 3 hits. The Astros with 5. So now here we go. Trevino's up. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Ashby sets the target. Niekro can work into the 7th inning. Here's a pitch from Niekro. And that's a 1-8 for Trevino. Ground ball to third. Cabell's got it long. Flip the heap. out number 1. So ground ball there from the third baseman, 1 away. And now it brings up Doug Flynn. Flynn, so far in the ball game, is 0 for 1. So now here's Ashby, sets the target. Niekro with the windup, here's the pitch. 4-5 to a righty, 5 ball center field. That's Poole, makes the catch for the second out. So 2 outs here in the 5th. 2 outs here in the 5th, and now let's see what the Mets will do. Roy Lee Jackson, the batter, last of the 5th, 1-1. Do you bat him and then go bullpen, or let Roy Lee Jackson try to work his way out? They're going to let Roy Lee Jackson bat, maybe find the triple. World's Worst Gamer, how you doing? So how you doing? Yeah, well, it's again, this is my 1980 Mets replay, and this is the series with the Mets and Astros for 3 games. Mets are 2.5 games in back of the Phillies. And right now the Phillies lead the Reds 5-3 in the out-of-town scoreboard. So really, the Mets need a win here. This is a team that's been overachieving all year. So here, let's see if Roy Lee Jackson can do something. He's already tired in the old Strat game. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup and the pitch. That's a 4-8 to a righty. A single at center field. So Roy Lee Jackson stays in the game and gets a base hit. So a big hit for Roy Lee Jackson. He stays in the game and gets a 2-out hit. So now here's Frank Tavares. So Tavares 0 for 2, ground out and struck out. Ashby sets the target. Niekro from the stretch. Big time for the Mets here if they can get one back for Roy Lee. 3-5 is a single, 2 stars because there's not a runner at second. So Jackson will go first to third, and the Mets got something going. So again, a late rally here for the Mets with 2 outs. Frank Tavares can steal third very easily. A +3 for Niekro on the hold, -2 to +3 on the pitcher's hold, -2 to hold a runner at first, -1 for Ashby. That's an even in algebra. So Tavares would be a 15 first number if he gets the lead. A 30, he automatically gets the lead. So it's a 15 or less. It's a tie game. Here goes Tavares trying to steal second. He gets there. Stolen base for Tavares, 5 on the 20-sided, which is the purple underneath. So stolen base there. It is now second and third, 2 outs. But now it puts a clutch situation for Elliot Maddox. Maddox loses on the clutch on a 2-11 only. So we'll see what happens. So Joe Niekro on the mound. Second and third, 2 outs. Mets trying to get back in this here. Ashby sets the target. Niekro from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 4. That's a 5. 5 ball center field. He almost got one. That's going to get caught by Poole. Makes the catch. And the Mets strand 2. At the end of 5, it is 1-1. So now the Mets really have to monitor Roy Lee Jackson, who's in this game still as being tired. He'll pitch to Cruz, and then Heap and Leonard. So lefty, lefty, lefty. He'll pitch to a lefty, lefty, righty. What do you do here? Do you, in the 6th inning of this one, Roy Lee Jackson, I believe, is an even or 1R, so that's not as much a concern. He gets hit hard one way or the other. Oof, okay, well, let Cruz bat. Tough situation for the Mets. Or will Joe Torre do? Let's see if Torre will make the move. So let's see. They let him bat. You would think they let him pitch, but this is really a game the Mets have to have. So, do they go with Ed Glynn, a lefty, just to keep him on a lefty-lefty side of things? Cruz is a 2R. Heap is a 1R. So, we'll bring in, I think we'll go ahead and pitch to him. Let's see what happens, though. Trevino sets the target. Here's the windup for Roy Lee Jackson and the pitch. Here's the pitch with the roll. 2-8. That's probably not good. Ground ball to short. He just missed his stuff in the 2 column. Ground out. 1 away. Good play by Tavares. So big play there. 1 out in the 6th. Here's Danny Heap. Heap has walked and lined out. Trevino sets the target. Roy Lee Jackson, the full windup and delivery. 2-10 for Heap. It's a double to center field. Oh, Danny Heap doubles the center. If that was a lefty, that's a double, so it didn't matter. So Heap doubles. Runner on second, one out, and now Jeffrey Leonard comes in. Leonard he's an even hitter. Ashby on deck wants to see a lefty. So let's see. Glenn is up. Not going to put Leonard against a lefty with the power. So let's see. Trevino sets the target. Roy Lee Jackson from the stretch. Runner on second, one out. Here's the pitch. 5-6 is a strikeout for Roy Lee Jackson. He does the job. He pumps his fist. 2 outs here in the 6th. So now let's see what happens. Ashby the batter, and here comes Joe Torre. He'll call out Eddie Glenn to try to do one thing, turn Alan Ashby around. So here comes Eddie Glenn. He's in the ball game, and let's get him in there. Pitching change here at Shea to score 1-1. So now the Mets will turn to Eddie Glenn. Again, I'm using cards so I can see the pickoff moves, and I can see all the intricacies of the game. That's why you do play with cards on the side. So Glenn is out. He's a -1. He doesn't pitch better to lefties either, but this is a situation where you don't want, where you want to make Ashby hit from his weak side. Ashby is a W power too against lefty pitching. Runner on second, 2 outs. Ashby the batter. Again, I won't usually pinch hit until about the 7th inning. Trevino sets the target. Eddie Glenn from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 6-8 to a righty is a ground ball. He got that. Ground ball second base. That's Flynn. He's a 1E8. That's the one. Not a problem. Won't even look it up. On an E8, got to roll 17, 18, 19 stuffs. So that's a ground ball. Big play there, and the Mets get out of this. The Mets really need to win right now tonight as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Phillies unloading on the Reds, 11-4 right now as Steve Carlton must be coasting. Giants over the Cubs 2-0. Braves over the Expos 5-3, and the Dodgers lead the Dodgers lead the Cardinals 4-3. So a big unloading there for the Phils and Carlton as we play the bottom of the 6th. 1-1's your score. Mazzilli will be followed by Washington and Henderson against Joe Niekro. Going into the 7th inning, again, the Astro pitcher in the first game of the series only went 6 innings and got pinch hit in the 7th. Same thing might have to happen. Here's Mazzilli. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-8 lefty ground ball down the first. Heap's got it. Takes it to the bag himself for the first out. So there's your first out. Ground ball on a 3. So now here comes Claudel Washington. 2 strikeouts in a ball game. Ashby sets the target. Niekro with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5-6, and that's a 5-ball center field. That's going to be Poole comes in, makes the catch for 2 outs. Boy, the Mets have to find a way how to squeeze a run here and hold on. They need the benefit of the doubt. They can beat these Astros. They've lost some heart-wrenchers so far this year. Steve Henderson, the batter, 2 outs in the 6th. Ashby sets the target. Niekro looks in, gets the sign. Probably knuckleball. Here's the pitch on a 6-9. He hung the ball over the plate, and Henderson will have a triple. 6-9 righties, a triple. 1-8, the 7 on the 20, and it's a 2-out triple for Steve Henderson. So Henderson, 2-out triple. And now here comes Mike Jorgensen. Boy, he can be the difference right now. Can he do it? Jorgensen, 2 outs here in the 6th. Ashby sets in the target. Niekro from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 5-8 is a strikeout. Oh, a big strikeout on Jorgensen. The Mets strand a triple at third. We played 6. It's 1-1. So now the 7th inning. Now what do? Reynolds, probably a pinch hitter, and then Poole, lefty. So Ed Glenn will stay in this game. Ed Glenn came in the game 1-0, 4.50 ERA. Has 75 innings of work when he only had 52 during the season for the Mets. He's pitching well above what he normally did. Trevino sets the target. Ed Glenn with the windup. Here's the pitch. Here's a 4-8 to a lefty. Is a fly ball right field. They got lucky there. That's going to be Washington with the catch. Out number 1. 4-7 and 4-9 were both stuff on the card. So he kind of got lucky there. Glenn kept one up in the strike zone. 1 out in the 7th. And here is Niekro. Let's see if they'll call him back or let him bat. You know what? It's a 1-1 score in the 7th. I think you're going to have to pinch hit for him. So lefty, and boy, they got lefties here on the bench who would like to hit. So we're going to go ahead and smack it with, let's hit with Walling. He has been such a hot hitter for this Astro team. So Danny Walling's the batter. He's hitting .350, 3 homers, 39 RBIs, lefty on lefty. Trevino sets the target. Glenn with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-9. Oh, 4-9. It's sent to deep left field off the top of the wall and rolls away. Walling around first. He will go to second. He'll go all the way to third and makes it standing. 1 out triple for Danny Walling. Now the Mets have to bring the infield in. Wow, what a point that was. He hit the 4-9 on Glenn, lefty on lefty. If that's a righty, that's gone. And Walling probably would hit a pinch hit home run. 4-9 lefty was a triple on a 111. The purple die says 8. That is a triple. So runner on third and 1 out now. Terry Poole the batter. And now that even his lefty, do you pitch to a better hitter in Poole here? And then you fight off Cabell. So now Trevino sets in the target. Glenn from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Infield in. 3. It's a 3-4. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Poole. And of all that stuff in that 3 column, he found the strikeout. 2 outs here in the 7th. So, holy cow. So, with 2 outs, Mets will bring the infield back. It'll be for Enos Cabell. And now what do they do? It's Cabell, Morgan, and then back to your lefties again. So, with 2 outs in the 7th, Pitt Walling's at third. Oh, Nelly. I don't think you bat for Morgan either. But Cabell doesn't hit at all in the clutch. We're going to pitch to Cabell here. So runner at third, 2 outs. Trevino sets the target. Eddie Glenn from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a 1-4 and ground ball to third. Picked up by Maddox. Throws him out. And again, the Astros will strand a triple. Both the Mets and Astros strand triples in their halves of the inning. Unbelievable. So that ends it. We go to the last of the 7th. Let's get up and stretch. It is 1-1. So now the Astros got to do something with the new pitcher here in the bottom of this inning. And let's see who's available. So LaCourty, Sambino, Smith, they got their guns. So now we'll go to Frank LaCourty. He'll come in. So Frank LaCourty will be the new pitcher. He's a right-hander. LaCourty on the season, 2-4, 11 saves, 3.09 ERA, 21 hits, 32 innings. And now here in the bottom of the 7th, the Mets will now bat for Trevino, Flynn, and probably a pinch hitter for Eddie Glenn, who's done a masterful job in this game. And again, the Mets will probably go to their high leverage relievers after this. Trevino, right-handed hitter, 0 for 2. Ashby sets down to the target. LaCourty with the windup and delivers. 1-9, ground ball to short, hit it on the ground. Reynolds got it, throws it to first, gets the first out. So there it is, first out of the ball game. Again, if you're not with us before, we are actually rolling the dice inside the middle here, and we're actually using the actual dice and cards for the game. So actually playing literally cards and dice. 1 out in the 7th, here's Doug Flynn. He's 0 for 2, ground out and fly now. Ashby sets the target. LaCourty with the windup and delivers. That's going to be a 2-8. 2-8 for Flynn might be good, but that's a single left field. He's a non-clutch situation, so Flynn gets the base hit. And now let's see what the Mets do. They will call back Eddie Glenn for a pinch hitter. So new pinch hitter for the Mets here in the bottom of the 7th against a righty. So who will bat here? Looking over my possible bench, you go for Gusto right now or not? Let's see. Ooh, Mets added some guys on their team, so that's interesting. Jerry Morales, again, one of my dependable pinch hitters, will come in and bat. Morales on the season, hitting .219, 1 homer, 16 RBIs. Ashby sets the target. LaCourte from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-4 for Morales, and he draws the walk. How about that? So a walk to Morales, and the Mets got 2 on. So now the Mets with a chance to do something here. 2 on and 1 out for Frankie T. So Frankie T has grounded out, struck out, and singled. A chance for the Mets to take the lead and win one here against the Astros. Ashby sets the target. LaCourte from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Tavares. 5-10 on LaCourte. I don't have his card in front of me. Walk. 5-10's a walk. And the bases are loaded of Mets. Holy cow. Bases loaded on Mets. Single by Flynn. Morales walks and Tavares walks. Bases loaded. 1 out for Maddox, a right-handed batter. Smith and Zambito's up for the Astros here. So now Maddox to hit. They will play the infield in, they say. So they'll go home on contact to save the run. Ashby sets in the target, puts down the sign. LaCourte from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Maddox. 3-12 on Maddox is fudge. Line drive at Reynolds. He throws and gets Morales snapping. Holy cow, double play. The Mets just cannot find any luck. Line drive, and he's out. So Morales is out at second, and that is 2 outs. Holy cow. A line out max ends the inning. Mets can't catch a break. Holy cow, we go to the 8th. The Mets will bring in Reardon to see what happens. Holy cow, I'd say something stronger if we were not on network TV. Top of the 8th, Astros 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. The Mets 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. We play the 8th. So frustrating, I'll tell you. So now Joe Morgan, the batter. Morgan will be followed by Cruz and Heap. So 3 lefties in a row. The Mets really didn't have a lefty sitting out there who can pitch. Reardon, one of the surprises on this Met team. 7-3, 3 saves, 1.66 ERA. Trevino sets in the target. Reardon with the windup. Here's the pitch to Morgan. 6-3 lefty. 6-3 lefties. A ballpark single on the 6. It's a 3 base hit. Holy cow, Morgan with a base hit. So Morgan gets the benefit of the 1-6 single. So now Morgan with a chance to steal. Reardon's a 0, -1 will be a -3 on Morgan's first number. It'll be a 16 or 10. If you can roll a 5 or 6 on the red dice, it's a 6. Oh my goodness, he gets the lead too. So 16 first number. There goes Morgan. He is safe. And a stolen base. So Morgan gets second. So stolen base there. So hang on 1 second. So let's hang on. So stolen base for Morgan goes to second. So let's see. So we go now. Morgan on at second, nobody out. And this Met team is not good. So the frustrating part of it is I'm playing so well with them, but when I need to win something, it's like this game knows the Mets are going to suck and they're going to make me lose now. So I'm hoping I can reverse this, but a double play like that is just heart-wrenching. Morgan steals second, nobody out, top of the 8th, 1-1 game. Cruz the batter. Reardon's done the job all year long. Now Reardon needs to do it now. Trevino sets the target. Reardon from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-5 for Cruz. Base hit right field. Washington's a -2. They're holding Morgan as a -1. It's a -3. There'll be a 12 number for Morgan. Does he want to be the first out trying to score? Let's see. And there's no additional ratings going from third to home. So it's a -3. Will be a 12, 1-12. Here comes Morgan. He's going to try to score. Here comes the throw. Got him. Cornell, Washington throws a strike to Trevino. So Jose Cruz gets the base hit. But Joe Morgan is out at home. Holy smokes there. So and Morgan is out, so he goes to first. So Morgan is retired, one away. And wow, holy cow. So now Cruz on at first. So now the Cruz can run. So Claudel Washington threw a dart in the Trevino. And now there's one out. I got to be aggressive with the Astros, I think. So now here's Danny Heap. Cruz can run 2-5 and 10, 18 first number. Let's see, does he get it? He gets a 6. No, he does not. So it'll make him a 10 first number trying to steal. So Cruz won't be going. He'll be held. Runner on first, one out. Here's Heap. 1 for 2 with a double. Trevino sets in the target. Reardon from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a 4-7 on Reardon. It's a strikeout looking. So Reardon with a big strikeout on Danny Heap. 2 outs here in the 8th. Mets trying to survive this one. They get a nice throw by Claudel Washington gunning down Trevino. So now with 2 outs in the 8th, here is Leonard. But now will they pinch hit for him here? So let's see who can come in for Leonard here. Leonard is the right fielder. They can move anyone over and do so. Bergman, 279 hitter. Let's see, do they go Bergman or do they go a 3L? Let's go Cedeno. Get the better fielder in this game. And he comes in. Doesn't show he was on a DL. He's just not been starting. Runner on first, 2 outs. Cedeno bats for Leonard. Trevino sets the target. Reardon from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And here it is. 3-9 for Cedeno's ground ball to short. That's a fielder's choice as Cruz is out. So a fielder's choice gets the side. So 6-4, and the Astros are done in the 8th. So let's go ahead and make some changes. Terry Poole will move the right field, and Cesar Cedeno stays in the game in center. So now Frank LaCourte probably stays in the game here in the 8th. He'll pitch to Mazzilli because you don't want a lefty pitching to Mazzilli. He's in Smith, so he'll stay in there. It'll be lefty, righty. Ooh, let's see. Do they want to try to? You don't want to switch Mazzilli to a right-handed pitcher on this team. That's one thing you don't do. Vern Rule must have been starting, so he's not available. The only people available for the Astros is Sambino, Smith, and Roberge. Roberge is no one that you want out there. He's been pitching well, though. 9 hits in 14 innings, but a high ERA on the card tells me he's going to get stomped on. So Mazzilli will stay in against LaCourte. Last of the 8th, 1-1's your score. Ashby sets the target. LaCourte with the windup and the pitch. That is a 1-6 to a righty. Is a strikeout for Mazzilli. So the Mets 1 out in the 6th inning. So far, another excellent played game here. The Phillies barraging the Reds 14-4 now. Giants over the Cubs 7-1. The Braves lead the Expos 6-4. And then the Dodgers lead the Cardinals 4-3. So the Mets not getting any break from the Reds tonight as the Phillies are pouring it on behind Steve Carlton. Here's Claudel Washington 0-3 with 1 out. Ashby sets the target. LaCourte with the windup. Here's the pitch. 3-8 for Claudel is a ground ball to second. Morgan's got it. Pitches the first for out number 2. So ground out 4-3. And now with 2 outs, it will bring up Steve Henderson with 2 outs. So Henderson got himself a big RBI back in the 4th, the only RBI for the Mets in this game. Ashby sets in the target. Frank LaCourte with the windup and the delivery. 2-7 is a walk. Now let's see if the Mets try to be aggressive with Steve Henderson again. He's 2 for 3. Actually, Henderson's had a good ball game today. LaCourte's a 0, -3 on the first number, so it would be a 12 first number for Henderson to steal. They're going to try it here. First number for Henderson is a 7. He gets it. 12 first number. Here's the throw. Guy save. Henderson gets in the bag. So Henderson gets in the bag. That's fine. Jorgensen only loses one on the clutch. That's on a 112. He's hits a righty, and now here comes Bill Verdon. He'll call out Zambito. You got to do it. And then the Mets may have to risk their best defensive player and get a pinch hitter for Jorgensen here. So Joe Zambito's in the pitch. We have a pitching change here. So Zambito may only pitch the 1 inning if he stays in. So let's see what Dave Smith can go 3 innings. So he'll be a long closer for the Astros today. So again, Jorgensen has hit bench. Let's take a look on my screen. I got, okay, there you go. That's what we do. So let's see, as I'm losing contact, it's not good. So let's look at Youngblood. Let's bring out one of the hottest hitters in the National League, Joel Youngblood. He's got to get a chance here. So here comes Joel. He gets a chance to win it here. And I'm losing, going on and off, offline. Unbelievable right now. So am I staying in? I guess I am. Let me know. Let's see. So let's see, as I'm losing. All right, good. Okay, I can still hear myself. So your stream has been cutting off a bit. I know, it's just the Wi-Fi I'm using. That's the problem. Youngblood, now Youngblood will bat here for Jorgensen. Henderson at second. The Mets have to take this chance. Ashby puts down the sign. Zambito from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-7 versus a lefty. Is a single to left field. Let's see if that's going to be enough, though. He's being held a -1. And Cruz is a -1's a -2. -2 to go from left to home. That's a -4. And Henderson will have to hold. So Youngblood with a base hit, first and third. And that is not going to be... Oh, Henderson did not get a good enough jump off it. Oh, they got the 2 outs, too. Oh, they got the 2 outs. That would have nullified the left to home. So let's see. Henderson would have got a better jump. Hang on, folks. I'm undoing that play. Let's undo the play. So now let's see. It's a single. It's a single for Youngblood. He may try to score here. So he gets a single. Youngblood goes to third. He's a -1 for being held. Cruz is a -1. It's a +2 for 2 outs. So that evens it. And then left to home's a -2. So it's going to be a -2. It's a 13 or less. I'm taking that chance. So let's see. The purple die says 13 or less. Mets take the lead. Here comes the throw. Save! Justin on the 13. And Henderson scores. And the Mets lead. He pops the ball loose on Ashby. And the Mets take a 2-1 lead. And again, it's Neil Allen's turn. Whew. It's Neil Allen's turn again, not to blow the save in the ninth, like Aroldis Chapman is for the Yankees. Allen's blown so many saves, and he's going to get a chance again to do it here in the ninth. 2-1 Mets, as a great slide by Henderson just got in there. 1-13, got to 13. So now here's Trevino. So Ashby sets the target. Zambito from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 4-2's a fly ball right field. That's Poole, makes the catch and ends the inning. The Mets score a run. Can they hold on and get this happy recap, as Bob Murphy would say? 2-1 Mets into the ninth. But now they're going to have to make some changes they don't want to make. Oh, fudge. So Lee Mazzilli is going to have to go and play first base. That is a big problem. He's a 4E25. Not what I want to do. So now the center fielder will be Joel Youngblood. He stays in the game and plays center. So now it's Henderson, Youngblood, and Washington. Let's make some changes here. So let's do some other work. Steve Henderson's played so well, but I think I'm going to, no, I don't have another 3 out there. Jerry Morales was my other good fielder. So Henderson's 4 is going to have to stay out there. So that's going to be a little bit of an issue. So it'll be Ashby, Reynolds, and a pinch hitter for Zambito. It's lefty-righty here. And then new pitcher for the Mets. So Reardon would automatically almost been tired. So we'll bring in Neil Allen. He gets a chance to save it here. Can the Mets get 3 outs and save this? Top of the 9th, 2-1 Mets. 14-5 Phillies, so that looks like to be a final. Trevino sets the target. Neil Allen with the windup to Ashby. Here's the pitch. 1-8 is a ground ball back to the mound. Good play there by Allen. He gets it and throws a strike to Mazzilli for out number 1. Oh, doctor, 1 out here. Fans on their feet at Shea. They are wanting this win against the Astros in the worst way. They've lost some heart-wrenchers. And now here's Craig Reynolds. As he batted, you have a pinch hitter come in. He's hitting only 227, so they'll go ahead and probably make the move here. They may bring a right-handed hitter just because of what it is. Art Howe will come in and bat. So Art Howe will bat for Reynolds. A right-handed hitter, but Neil Allen is poorest against right-handed pitching. So Howe will try to take advantage of that. Trevino sets the target. Allen with the windup. Here's the pitch to Howe. 3-10, and that's a fly ball in the left field. That's Henderson makes the catch for out number 2. Boy, the Mets trying to get this big monkey off their back, and that is beating the Astros, and they're about to do it. They're 1 out away, and it's going to be a pinch hitter for Joe Zambito. So Zambito comes out of the ball game. It comes down to what's probably Dave Bergman. So Bergman will bat for Zambito here. 2 outs in the 9th. Neil Allen trying to get the save. Trevino sets the target, puts down the sign. Met fans on their feet. Neil Allen winds up and pitches. 6-9, struck him out. The Mets win it. And there's your happy recap for the first time this year against the Astros. Finally, the Mets get one here, and it took them forever. Mets win, the Mets win, by the score of 2-1. Put in the books, as Howie Rose would say. So the Mets win. Loss will go to Frank Lacorte. He went an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned, 3 walks. The Zambito came in a 3rd inning, 1 hit. The win will go to Reardon. He vultured it. 1 inning, 2 hits, while Allen took the save. 1 inning of 1 strikeout ball. Neil Allen got save number 28. 47,000 here at Shea. So doubles by Heap, triples by Walling and Henderson, RBIs by Cabell, Henderson, and Youngblood. Stolen bases, the Mets took advantage. Poole had 1, Morgan had 1, Tavares, Mazzilli had 1, and Henderson stole 2. So the big hitters of this ball game, for Kiner's corner, you probably got to bring Steve Henderson in. 2 for 3, a run scored, 2 stolen bases, RBI. That was a big blow for the Mets. Mazzilli was 1 for 4, the run scored. Tavares was 1 for 3. Youngblood 1 for 1 with a big RBI. Doug Flynn 1 for 3. For the Houston Astros, they had Terry Poole goes 2 for 3. He was the lone guy with 2 hits. Cabell, Morgan, Cruz, and Heap had hits along with Ashby and Reynolds. And it went as follows. The Mets scored 1 in the 4th. Astros scored 1 in the 5th. Mets scored 1 in the 8th, and that held up as the Mets finally win this one 2-1. So the Mets win. Let's go ahead and give you some scoreboard looking, make sure what the final scores were here in baseball, and then we can actually give you some standings. So I try not to look at the scores when they flash auto, so I can kind of do an out-of-town score. Our Phillies hold a 1-game lead over the Pirates. were the defending world champions from 1979. The Mets are 2.5 back at 55 and 45. That is 6 games ahead of their actual pace. The Expos are 52 and 49. They're 6 back, and they're 4 games in back of the regular pace. The Cardinals are 44 and 58, and they're 14.5 back, and the Cubs are way back. The Astros lost. Dodgers looks like probably won. The Dodgers are now within 9 games, so there you go. Go Stros. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you cheering for my Mets. And now here is, let's go over some stats here. So the Braves beat the Expos 6-5. Expos scored 1 in the 9th, was not enough. The Giants beat the Cubs 7-1. Phillies all over the Reds 14-5. Carlton got the win. Home runs by Foster, he bench, Schmidt, and Trio. Trio had 2. So Trio launched 2 home runs, had 4 RBIs, and Steve Carlton went 8 innings at the vet. And then it was the Dodgers defeating the Cardinals by the score of 4-3. And again, the game you just watched, the Mets won 2-1. So now let's go over new games, and then we'll take a look at what's coming up and see what game we'll have later on. I'm getting some games in before it gets too late. And then it's going to be Sunday's games, and that will be Vern Rule on the mound. He'll take on Pete Falcone. So that will be a start again. The Mets would love to have as the rest of the day's games will be Atlanta and Montreal. The Cubs are going to play 2 in San Francisco. The Reds and Phillies will be Berini and Espinosa, while the Padres and Pirates will play 2. Curtis and Rodin and Shirley and Robinson, and then the Cardinals will play the Dodgers late afternoon. Martinez and Houghton. Okay, there you go. That's his. Yeah, Trio had 2. Sometimes the game plays it as is. Once the Mets finish this series with the Astros, August 4th comes around the corner, and then they will go to Montreal for a 29th doubleheader. Pat Zachary and Steve Rogers, that's a highlight game. And then Mark Bombach will take on the spaceman, Bill Lee. And then the Phillies do not play a game on Monday, so they can actually get a full game back on them with that doubleheader. So again, but they're playing a team in their division. So here we go, baby. The Mets are going to have to do it right now. So again, we'll see if we can get that other game in. Otherwise, you'll probably see another one coming up, either from the UMBL or something else that I've been playing. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good rest of your afternoon. I'll hope to see you soon. Keep me in your plans, and I'll talk to you guys later.